Hello, and welcome to the second week of 2024. So I hope this message finds you amid the gentle embrace of January, where resolutions find the rhythm, possibilities of the year begin to unfold. This is the week of January the 8th through to the 14th, 2024. It's a time when the echoes of the New Year's resolutions linger and the energy of self-reflection deepens. So whether you're taking intentional steps towards your goals or simply finding a place of peace in the present moment, know that the universe is harmonizing with your journey. As we immerse ourselves in the energy of this week, let's cultivate a space for inner harmony, self-discovery. January invites us to continue the journey within, to align our intentions with the cosmic flow and embrace the wisdom that unfolds in the quiet moments. I'm truly grateful to have you here, sharing in this cosmic exploration. Together, let's navigate the currents of the energy around us, uncover the insights for the week, and infuse the early days of the year with a mindful presence. Stay tuned as we unravel the cosmic threads from January the 8th through to the 14th, through the tarot cards. I'm excited to share my insights, offer some guidance, and be a part of your journey into the depth of 2024. Wishing you cosmic peace and a week filled with mindful moments. Let's go now to our personal sun, moon, and rising zodiac signs, and let's continue this journey together. I'll see you there. Welcome, Virgo. This is your weekly focus for January the 8th through to the 14th, 2024. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thanks for being here. And if you like what I do, then please take a moment, if you could, to hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, maybe leave a comment, hit the thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Oh, this new deck is slippery. Okay. Our underlying energy for the week is, look at this, the Chariot. Okay, we need to pull it back a little bit. We need to think things through, and everybody's kind of getting the same message. We don't want to go full throttle forward. We want to think through exactly what path we want to step into, what the path looks like. We want to have an idea of what the path looks like. There's a fog here. There's a fog here. There is darkness. We can't see, if you've ever been in a fog, and I'm sure you have, right? You can't see your hand in front of your face sometimes. You can't see, the car in front of you down the road. I mean, it's that kind of energy around you. So we don't want to be going too fast because we'll end up in left field somewhere. We'll end up on a path that, we don't even know where we are maybe. How did we get here? You ever wake up and say, how did I get here in life? Okay, so this is the kind of energy where it's asking you to pull it back this week and really think through what kind of path you are looking for. What does the path involve? Put some detail into it. Put some planning, or I don't even know if strategy is the right word. Maybe it's taking the blinders off and seeing the expanses, because we got the two horses there, right? So taking the blinders off perhaps and seeing the expansive path that lays ahead of you and what could be part of your path if you so chose to. Without being conscious of it, we can miss a lot of things. We cannot be aware that, when I was a kid growing up, I grew up in a time where, you're going to get a job till you get married and then you're going to have kids and, it's going to be wonderful. And so I lived in such a naive bubble that I didn't realize that if I wanted to be an astronaut, I could, or a brain surgeon, or a lawyer, or an archaeologist, or, none of those things, so I just kind of took the one job, and then that job kind of led to a different job, and that's where I stayed for 40 years of my life. And then, realizing, after the fact that I could have did so many other things, but this was the path I was supposed to walk. But, so it's taking off the blinders and really seeing what's out there before you start walking towards a goal, a dream, a desire. Our first card is the Four of Pentacles. What are you holding on to? What do you refuse to let go of? What are you afraid of losing? What are you afraid of? If you don't give it your attention, if you don't have it by your side, it'll crumble into nothingness. It'll disappear for life. Or, maybe it's a bad habit or behavior that you have. Maybe you're allowing negative people around you. Maybe you allow those people who constantly criticize you rather than supporting you around you. Maybe you're in a relationship, romantic or platonic, that, it's just not working anymore. It's time for you guys to part ways, and yet you're still clinging to each other, like trying to make it work. Or it could be a group of people. I apologize. So, what you're holding on to, and in fear of losing, is actually holding you back from, if we're not holding on to those coins so tightly. We got a foot on each one. We got the other one. We got held there really tight so nobody can grab it from us. But we would allow ourselves the freedom to turn around and see that giant pinnacle, that new path forward that's guarded by angels. Is this one actually guarded by angels? Yes, it is. Okay. Your destiny, your purpose, your mission. The Magician. Well, what are you thinking of? What are your thoughts? Because where you put your focus, that's what manifests. If you're putting your focus on there's not enough money in the account, or the bills keep piling up, or, the universe says, oh, they're talking about the bills. The bills, they want the bills to pile up. Trust me, you'll get more bills. So where are you putting your focus? Where are you putting your attention when you are thinking, when you are sitting there and contemplating things? Or just, we have monkey mind, right? Where does your mind go? Does it go to the negative? Does it go to the worst case ever scenario? Does it raise you up? Does it get you excited about life? This is about you giving your words up and then asking it to be a reality in the world, in your life. So this week is a time to really understand how you want happiness to come in, how you want joy to come in, how you want giggles and laughter, how you want to maybe expand your creativity in some way, grow your creativity. Maybe it's your self-expression, whatever it might be. Okay? This is a card, and it's right in the middle position, so it's very paramount that you are more conscious of your thoughts this week. Okay? And what you really truly want to bring into your life, rather than what you're trying to avoid in your life. Nine of Swords, we're worried about all this little stuff. We could make mountains out of molehills with this card. We don't feel safe. We don't feel secure. We don't feel we said the right thing. We don't think we've did the right thing. People are judging me. People are watching me. I did this wrong. I did that wrong. I couldn't believe I missed that yesterday. Stop. Put on the brakes. Okay, once again, we just had the Magician there, and here we are thinking, this is us sitting there in bed. The blanket is the symbolism of comfort, of safety, and we've thrown it off to the side. We don't think we can be safe. We don't think we can be comfortable, nor do we deserve it. And when we're thinking these things will become our reality. Now, if it's not going to matter in 5 years, stop worrying about all the little bits and pieces, okay? Those little things that happen, okay? Let's say okay, it's Friday. And just before you leave work, you can't help yourself. And you tell your boss exactly what you think of them. And then you go home. And you sit there and you toss and turn and worry all weekend because you're like, oh my gosh, what is Monday morning going to be like for me? Oh, it's going to be horrible, right? You start thinking this way. So, you own your thoughts. So start thinking some incredible things. See yourself walking into work and people start shaking your hand and patting you on the back. And we all wanted to say that. And I can't believe you said that, but thank you for saying that because it needed to be said. And now we'll all stand together, and we'll get this point drawn, hammered in that we need a change. We need something different. And things will change because of what you said. And you're our hero. And, put on that cape. Absolutely. It's your thoughts. So when you find yourself drifting into the rabbit hole, just say stop and start thinking about the beauty that you can experience in life. The beauty that you can, create. And if you're worried about something that's going to take place tomorrow and you feel in some way you've faulted or you didn't do what you're supposed to, you dropped the ball, whatever it might be, start thinking of that as, well, what did I learn from that? Okay, Quasi, the one time he said that he had this one salesperson that did all these, like 80% of the sales force. He was the guy. And so he didn't really worry about the sales force because, sales were great because of this guy. And then this guy out of nowhere says, I got to give my 2-week notice. I'm out of here. And Kazi went home going, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? He's my whole sales team. Like, I don't have a real sales team. And then he turned it around. He caught his thoughts and he thought, okay, so maybe this is a wake-up call that I haven't been putting my efforts into training the salespeople in the way I should, what I want them to do, what I want them to say, certain quotas. Maybe I have been too lenient, or maybe there's going to be somebody that comes along that's even better. So what he did was he made up a plan to reorganize the whole sales team and what they did and how they did it. And everybody started to flourish in the sales department. He never would have been able to realize that if he always relied on that one person. So, okay, work and career. 6 of Pentacles. Okay, is there balance? Is there a balance between a give and take, okay? So we all, you have to show up for the almighty dollar, right? That's what keeps the roof over our heads. And many of us have jobs and bosses. And, so are they recognizing your talents and abilities? Are they supporting you? Like if you need time off for something important, are they supporting you? Are they saying, well, I don't know. It's kind of tight right now. I don't think I can give that to you off. I knew I knew employees that missed weddings and baby showers and family picnics and, because their boss felt that they needed them there. Now, I was the kind of boss that said, you come first, family comes first. So if it's something to do with family, then you automatically don't even, we'll ask, obviously, so I can make the proper plans, but we'll always make it happen for you. A wedding or a baby's birth even, or maybe somebody's going in for surgery and you're worried, or maybe, there's, so, I always made an effort to put them as a person that I saw rather than just an employee with a number. So do they see you as an employee with a number? And do you give back the amount they give to you? They do supply you with a paycheck. Do you feel that you earn that paycheck, or are you, hiding around the corner, listening for the boss's footsteps before you start moving again? It has to be balanced. And if you're doing that, then you shouldn't be there anyways, okay? Go do something you love, okay? Something where, you're standing around the corner just to hide from the boss and not work. Time goes tick, tock, tick tock. But if you're doing something that you love, you enjoy, you lose time completely, right? All of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, it's been 8 hours already? I thought it's just like I just walked in a couple hours ago. Oh my goodness. So it's about looking at how you're making money right now, and are you supported? Are you acknowledged for what you bring to the table? Your talents, your abilities, the unique you. Do they treat you well? Do they pay you well? Do they respect you? These are all things that you need to ask. And then are you pulling your weight as well? And if you're not pulling your weight, then you have to ask yourself, why am I there? Okay, because, chances are, if it's a well-paying job, you're excited about it just because you're making money. But the other reason is because they're utilizing a talent or an ability usually when they are paying you a higher wage. So you already love what you do. Now, if you're looking for work, I would have to say to be a little choosy on where I put in my application. Is it somewhere I want to work, or am I just looking to fill the void? Do I need a new money stream or something? And so I'm going to do this just to get some extra money, or, I would be a little bit more choosy on what I said yes to and what I said no to. I think you're in a very transformative time by the looks of these cards. There's a lot of transformation here. It's asking you to hold back. It's asking you to let go. It's asking you to envision your tomorrow and bring it into a reality. It's telling you to stop sweating the small stuff because there's a bigger picture out there for you. And even in work and career, they're asking you to really look at what you do or what you would like to do, and are you doing that? Okay. Love, relationships. Look at this. We have the Emperor. Well, if you're dating, you're going to meet somebody with great stature. You're going to have wisdom. They'll probably be older than you. They're smart. They're intelligent. They have talents. They have abilities. They're more than likely a leader. Somebody up high in a company or owning their own company, perhaps. If you are in a relationship, this is about understanding that the relationship, we get into relationships because we want them to thrive. We want them to be with us till our very last steps on our path. We don't want them to disappear. We don't want them. So it's about, I almost get this kind of strategizing a little bit of what you do as a couple. And this could be platonic. This could be romantic. This could be your significant other, but it could be a close friend in the neighborhood or a coworker or maybe somebody within the family. And I think it's about understanding what kind of joy or happiness or laughter you can bring into the relationship, create within the relationship. Maybe it's about doing fun things with other people, looking at activities where it just builds the joy and therefore builds the love. And with the Emperor here, I would almost think that, you're looking at the relationship and there's questions maybe popping up. Maybe it's time to take it to the next level and you're not ready yet. And that's okay. When the Emperor is here, it's definitely okay. Because you want to pull it back and you want to think it through. Once again, pull it back, think it through. I'm getting this over and over and over again for you. But I think you're going to be talking a little bit more about, about joy and celebration and happiness. And even if it's like, I like going through greenhouses. especially in the winter. I want to go to a greenhouse. How about once a week we go through a greenhouse? Where I live, there's some beautiful greenhouses. There's also a butterfly conservatory. There's also a wild bird kingdom that, it's all, enclosed because there's a little bit of snow on the ground. So I have those avenues all over, but what brings joy to you? What brings happiness to you? What makes you feel alive? What makes you, feel alive? These are the things you're going to be talking about within the relationships, creating within the relationships, planning and strategizing within the relationships. And I also think you're also seeing where there is, are you button heads, or are you disagreeing on things, or do you have your suspicions about something? They're telling you something, but it doesn't ring true, or I would pull it back. I would think it through. I wouldn't necessarily be having conversations about it right now. And maybe that's where the worry and the concern come in. That you're thinking things. Pardon me. Okay, spirituality. Six of Wands. Okay. I just want you to close your eyes and see yourself going forward in the path you want to walk. Okay? That's imperative. It's about getting excited about who you are and where you're going. It's about rising to the challenge. It's not about laying back and relaxing, and it's more about seeing yourself as a driving force, as a person with determination, going after the next quest, the next mission. And even if you've had some successes in the past, we don't want to stop right now. We want to forward movement. Now I'm telling you to pull back, pull back, pull back. And now I'm telling you forward movement. You're seeing this in your mind. Okay? You're laying out maybe the plan, the strategies that you want to implement in your life and other people's lives and people that you're associated with. Maybe you want to have, I don't know, dinner once a week, but it's like you and your significant other and two other couples, and you rotate houses or something, or maybe so once a week, so or maybe it's four couples, so you're doing it once a month or something, you're hosting once a month, or maybe it's you all go to the tennis courts, or maybe you all go bowling, or something like that. But it's about building the successes in your life and seeing the new successes you can step into, the new successes you can create, the transformation maybe of some relationships, just because you kind of got into a rut maybe. Well, it's time to get you out of that rut and do something new and exciting and fun. Health and well-being, we've got the Two of Pentacles. Whatever you choose for yourself is probably a good choice. Okay, but you do have to make the choice, and then you have to perform the action. So if you want to exercise more and you're not sure if you should start walking in the park, or you should start joining the gym and maybe doing weightlifting, or maybe you want to take up dancing, Zumba, whatever it might be for you, it's imperative that you actually make a decision. Okay? And then to do it. Don't just, I could sit there and I could watch, workout videos 24/7. But until I actually start doing what they're telling me to do, there's not going to be any change. No change whatsoever watching it. So we need to participate. We need to do. Okay, and we need to make some strong decisions on our health, on our well-being that benefits us long term. So maybe it is, growing a better heart, or expanding those lungs, or tightening those muscles, or eating a healthier diet, or getting more sleep, or whatever it might be. Maybe you want to start including meditation, yoga, Reiki into your world. Okay, we're going to go to Circle of Doors Tarot. Fascinating deck. Okay, I'm just going to put that up there because I need this room here. Seven of Knives, cleverness. Seven of Knives, cleverness. Okay. Whatever it takes for a nod and a smile, no matter how nervous they may be, what better pleasure exists than to have the very best ideas? The more you marvel and boast of how impressive your ideas and opinions are, the further you stray from the path of truth. Do not collect knowledge and wisdom for the sake of being the smartest or the most worldly, or you risk the blade turning inward. Good ideas are meant to be shared in the community's garden of fellowship, not hoarded in storehouses of resentment and cynicism. Speak up for what you truly believe, so that your thoughts may breathe, stretch, and grow in the fresh air and the warm light. Ask yourself, how do you know what you stand for until you have to defend it? What happens when you let go of the need to be seen as smart? Who is the real you that hides behind all your favorite rants, lectures, and stories? Your affirmations for this week are: I seek understanding for the benefit of others. I don't know all there is to know. I will listen more than I speak. I remain curious. And then we'll go to our Power Thought cards by Louise Hay, and I'm going to spread them out and feel through for your card. It's not there. There we go. All my relationships are harmonious. When we create harmony in our minds and hearts, we will find it in our lives. The inner creates the outer, always. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.